on number 4.
It's a bit daunting. This is a very daunting circuit, but well, it's a long race, and we need as many drivers as we can to share the load. So they persuaded me.
Should we make your list? What? We'll make your list and put it on the dashboard.
I think it's more than not so much exciting, but it's totally involving, and you just have your mind on one thing once you're on the track, and that is driving the track. And so excitement isn't you don't feel excitement necessarily, but more involvement.
And make sure you help John with his belts and his radio. Radio check. Hold on. Leave on my signal, not before. Here you go.
The car becomes a sort of person. You have to sort of understand it and make a relationship with it. You know, give it like a racehorse. Give it a pat now and again.
It's the left rear, copy.
Come in, we're ready.
Not exactly race fit. It was hard work, but it was okay, except for this deflation we just had. It was interesting, but I'm too old for all this. I might have another stint, but we'll see how we go. See how knackered I feel. I've been working for 3 weeks, you know, on the car, and I'm, you know, I may have another go, yes, but now we've got over the, I think we've got over the hump, so to speak, because we've got another driver coming in, and maybe this will just, you know, if we can keep going now, fresh drivers, we should be okay, as long as we didn't keep our tires together.
Well, Frank, we're nearly 10 hours into the race, and the Lotus is confounding its critics. It's still running.
Well, yeah, the Lotus now is in a position where it needs somebody to make mistakes. It needs several people to make mistakes. But if there are degrees of winning in this sport, and often there are, it's one of the few games that has degrees of winning. The Lotus has won already, just in running this far and running this well.
I think you'll see the success of Lotus this year in this endurance championship will bring in some pretty interesting cars next year. But I think the Corvettes are probably going to finish first, second, and third now. I don't think the Lotus is going to get up with them. We'll see.
Really the biggest thing is to realize just how hard and mean and nasty this track and this race really are. I mean, this is probably the most challenging racetrack that we run on, and to try to run 24 hours here at a race pace is foolish, and we hope that we win races by not being foolish.
had a oil cooler line break, and engine caught on fire. We replaced the line, replaced the oil. Car will be just as fast, but we're quite a ways down now, I'm sure. I don't know just where we're at, but I'm sure we're quite a ways down. I guess the only good news is, I don't know, there's probably 8 hours left. It's only 2 cars that haven't had a problem yet.
The car is running perfect. It's flawless. Corvette's the car that's going to win.
Apparently we lost an alternator, and the battery system went down quite quickly because of the amount of power we're using with the lights and so forth. The radio was wired into the same system, and so we lost radio contact. So we didn't know he was coming in, so it was, 1, a surprise, and 2, we're replacing the battery and an alternator to be on the safe side.
Clear, everybody out. Okay, oscillator on.
We hate to say that it might take us out of contention, but it'll depend on how the race shapes up. It's a serious setback for us. We're into about a 13-minute stop as we stand right here.
At this point, after 17 hours, the Morrison team 97, 98 cars have a 9-lap lead over the Ford car when Ford had the oil line break about an hour and a half ago. And the odds of both of those cars losing 9 laps in the next 6 hours, 7 hours is not real likely. They've got a lot of experience at this stuff, and their odds of the Ford car winning is not real good. Looks like a Morrison race at this point.
We just had to change an alternator because we killed a battery. I've never replaced a battery before. I've replaced engines, trannies, rear ends, gas, oil, water, but never a battery. That's the first. 16 years of racing. About 3.5 hours of racing left. I mean, Morrison could have a problem. If he had a flat out there somewhere, you know, a few of those, man, and before you know it, we're caught up. So it ain't over till it's over.
Coming together with another automobile, and we ended up in a barrier and had a little damage that we had to take care of because of that. We cracked the water fitting at the turbocharger, and so we had that to fix, and we had some overheating problems prior to getting it fixed. The usual flat tires and regular stuff, and just kept after it, and it kept after us. That's about how it went. This is the furthest the car's ever run. It's never been even practiced over 8.5 hours. So to have it running this long just by rubbing on it and keeping after it is quite an accomplishment for these guys.
Well, in a 24-hour race, the race is won in the pits.
I'm here.
How's the car?
That's okay. It's just not turning right too good.
Okay, it's not going to turn right real well because the spring has lost its pressure over there, okay?
All right, let's take care of our equipment. This is all we got left here.
Now the car's just getting a lot of fatigue built into it. You know, 24 hours endurance racing is like doing 100,000 miles on the street. If I can get this 97 car to get the checker flag, I'll be happy.
We finished, right?